4440. 4405. Jennifer 4405. 05.
Hello and welcome. I'm John Garlick and I'm here with the Sheriff of Calhoun County, Matthew Wade, and this is Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Morning, Sheriff.
Always good to be on the show, John. I tell you what, another good week.
Another good week. Let's take a look.
4 arrests brings our count up to 5,229 people arrested, all because somebody was willing to help us out. And like I said, we cannot do it alone. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
So 'tis the season to be helpful.
It is a season to be helpful and grateful and merry.
And merry.
And merry. But you know, your merry can be ruined if you go shopping and leave stuff in the cars, or at night and leave stuff in your vehicles, even though you shouldn't have to lock your car in your driveway. In today's world, you need to, because people will come and take those items from you. So you need to lock it, hide it, whatever you need to do, so people walk by your vehicle and don't see items left in the car and tempt them to break into it.
Now, you know, there's lots of talk when you go to like these big shopping centers and you load up on presents and you're bringing them out in the cart to your car, and now you're a target.
Just need to stay aware of your stay aware of your surroundings. Be smart. You know, just stay safety conscious, and you'll be okay.
Safety conscious, always alert, ever vigilant. Don't park in the dark. Right?
Well, I think you might have to park in the dark, but you need to make sure you don't walk out by yourself or in questionable situations and things like that.
Good advice, Sheriff. We're going to be back in just a minute with the first half of the lineup and a very special guest for you here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Our lineup this week brought to you by Abe's Ace Bail Bonds. Abe's Ace Bail Bonds located in Heflin, that's Cleburne County, at 256-463-1824, and in Calhoun County, 256-831-0074. First up on our lineup this week, Daniel Draper. Mr. Draper, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for use and possession of a controlled substance. And this is William Correa. Mr. Correa, last known to be living in Piedmont, he's wanted for possession of a forged instrument first. And take a look at Catherine Smith. Miss Smith, last known to be living in Weaver, she is wanted for possession of a controlled substance. And this is Donricus Stewart. Mr. Stewart, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for aggravated cruelty to animals. And meet Buddy Carroll. Mr. Carroll, last known to be living in Oxford, he's wanted for breaking and entering a vehicle. And that's it for the first half of the lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show. Welcome back. We hope you saw somebody in that half of the lineup, and you might know where they are. If you do, call Sheriff Matthew Wade. You call, he hauls. We are here with Jacob Williamson, master young Republican, but more important, Chamber of Commerce, PIO, right? Public Information, something like that. What are you?
Public Affairs Coordinator.
Public Affairs
Yes, sir.
Coordinator.
You got it close.
Do you have any public affairs, Sheriff?
We do.
Any affairs you want to make public?
Everything we do is public.
Everything you do is public, and that's just what's going on at the Chamber, too.
That's right, that's right.
So how long have you been at the Chamber?
About over a year now, a little over a year. So started last August and have got full-time in September and have not regretted it, so enjoy it.
Did you grow up around here?
I did. I grew up in Ohatchee.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Very good. The Creek Bank. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what your task is at the Chamber of Commerce.
So what I do at the Chamber is I try to keep a strong relationship between the business community and the Chamber and our elected officials. I also work with our military installations and defense industries in the area, the CDP, the Anniston Army Depot, Pelham Range, to keep all of them connected, looped in, aware of what's going on, and try to keep them involved in the community.
And you know, our chamber is a award-winning chamber, is that right?
That's right. We are a 5-star Chamber of Commerce, and less than, I believe, 3%, and it may be even lower. But I'm sure people at the Chamber will correct me for this later, but if I get that wrong. But less than 3% of chambers in the nation are 5-star Chambers of Commerce. There are only 3 5-star chambers in Alabama, and we are very proud to be one of them. It's something that the Chamber has worked very hard to achieve.
And I can believe that. I've been to some chambers in other states, and the sheriff's very supportive of the chamber.
Yep, I've been a chamber member my whole entire time as sheriff, and even before. And I've gone through Leadership Calhoun County and sent many people through that, and the Chamber does a wonderful job and has many benefits to business people and other aspects of county government and local government. It's really a melting pot where everybody can go and move forward our county in the best direction as possible.
Absolutely, and that's what we try to be. We try to be something that brings together businesses, elected officials, the government agencies, and sort of, unifies them, keeps them, have a shared vision, a shared effort, and strengthens that feeling of community around the business industry.
Well, so, I've been through Leadership Calhoun County back in '97, and Sheriff, one of your lieutenants is on the board, isn't you?
Yep. I used to be on the board, on the advisory board for Leadership Calhoun County, but Lieutenant Hurst is actually the newest chamber member on the board, so we're represented well by that, and it's one of those things that, as a sheriff, as the sheriff's office, everything we do is with community. And people say, well, why are you part of the Chamber of Commerce? Well, we serve businesses all throughout the county in many different ways through not only public safety, but also with actions of the court. If a business is done wrong, we're the muscle of the court that goes out and handles those and takes care of those legal actions. So businesses rely upon us to help get to that point. When a judge says something should happen, we're the muscle of that. Also, every week we check over 280 something businesses, checked multiple times every week in the county. So we get an email to that. Those businesses get an email from us saying when and where those deputies check those businesses. So that's the kind of partnership we have with them, where if you're a business owner where the sheriff's office is responsible for your protection, those businesses every week get an email from me where if they respond to that email, guess where it goes? To me. So it's we take it that relationship very seriously.
And we really appreciate that. The sheriff's office does a fantastic job in Calhoun County, and we're really fortunate to have such a supportive community of the sheriff's office too. It's something I think that's really strong out here.
We did a commercial to hire people, and one of the things in our commercial we talk about where in Calhoun County we're still considered the good guys, and we take that reputation very seriously, and that's only earned through relationships and through giving both ways. And just from the TV show we talk about, can't do this alone. We can't do it alone. We have to have things like the chamber to help us build those relationships, keep things together. So,
well, that's what you do. The chamber connects everybody, as you said. So, what's going on?
Well, I did want to mention you talked about some of the great benefits of the chamber, and I wanted to mention just a few of those for people who may not be aware of why they should join the chamber. For one, it's because the chamber, as we mentioned, is sort of the melting pot, like you said, of the community and for the business community. The other is it's a great opportunity to get your name out there if you're starting a new business. We do, all of our members get a ribbon cutting. We do those for anniversaries, for groundbreakings, for if you open a new location, and that gets promoted on our social media. And then obviously we have a pretty solid following on there. And it also opens you up to the opportunity to be nominated for the Small Business Awards. So the chamber, about every spring, has the Small Business Awards, and it's just a great night. It's a great event, and we try to recognize some of our businesses in the categories of sustaining member, manufacturer, young professional, and lifetime achievement. And those are, so we like to give them some kind of recognition for all the work they do. And you also have the opportunity to be nominated for the State Small Business Award, Annual Alabama Small Business of the Year Award, through our partnership with the Chamber of Commerce Association of Alabama and the Business Council of Alabama. And then one of the best benefits, one of the greatest, particularly for recruiting workers, is a 20% corporate tuition scholarship that all of the employees of any chamber member are eligible for. And we've also, this is fairly new, introduced a buy one, get one scholarship with Gadsden State. So for every class you sign up for employees of chamber members, they get a free class with that.
And we promote this heavily in our advertisement for trying to recruit people for the sheriff's office. And he said that right. You get a 20% discount if you're a full-time sheriff's office employee, because we're a member of the chamber, And out of that equals serious money. When you start talking about, I mean, thousands of dollars you can save by coming to work at the sheriff's office and furthering your education at a discounted price.
Absolutely, and that's something we're really proud to offer our community our chamber members and businesses.
And we have taken, we've had employees take advantage of that, and that is a big selling point to us. We hire a lot of college students that get started at the sheriff's office, and you know, it's just a great and wonderful thing that JSU and Gaston State does with the chamber, and its members, like the sheriff's office, are able to take advantage of. So it is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do.
Well, that's a tremendous benefit. Used to be out of the corporate world long ago that was a benefit in corporate America, but now it's fallen to the chamber, and thankfully we have a great chamber. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about you and what's going on at the chamber. But you stay with us. We have the second half of the lineup here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Jeremy Thomas. Mr. Thomas, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for theft of property first. Take a look at Hunter McFry. Mr. McFry, last known to be living in Piedmont. He's wanted for possession and receipt of a controlled substance. And this is Anducio Morales de Leon. Mr. Morales de Leon, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for criminal mischief first. Take a look at James Fair. Mr. Fair, last known to be living in Piedmont. He's wanted for domestic violence strangulation. Meet Joseph Breeden. Mr. Breeden, last known to be living in Piedmont. He's wanted for violation of the Sex Offender Notification Act. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you have any information on these folks, please give Crime Stoppers a call. That number, 1-833-251-7867. Welcome back. If you saw somebody in the lineup, you know where they are. Call Crime Stoppers, call the sheriff's office. You call, they haul. We're here with Jacob Williamson, Public Affairs Director, Officer, Person.
Title's not important. Yeah.
Title's not important.
Title's not important.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy.
You're the guy that talks to people.
That's what I try to do. Yes, sir.
So we were talking about the tremendous benefit that people have, companies have, by joining the chamber, all of the wonderful things that they can do for themselves and for their employees. And the chamber has a bunch of events going on. And so tell us a little bit more about what's happening.
Well, we've got we have events going on all year. We've got our 3 monthly events that are very regular. They are Coffee with the Chamber.
I love that. That's my favorite. By the
everyone loves Coffee with the Chamber. Yeah. So it's the second Friday of the month. We do that very regularly, and that's from 8:30 to 9:30. And we have on the second Wednesday of the month, we do lunch in Leeds, and it's really good networking opportunity, an opportunity for people to go and share a meal and you know, just get to know some new people. Everyone will usually introduce themselves, and you know, so it's great networking. And then on the third Tuesday of every month, we do a business after hours. Now we will not have one for the month of December because, you know, Christmas, people are a little busy around the third Tuesday of the month. But we do those very regularly, and those are in the afternoon. And so we try to have events at all times so that everyone has an opportunity to go. You know, people might not be able to go in the middle of the day. They may be working. They may not be able to go that afternoon. They have kids and a family, and they've got stuff to do. But they can stop by for coffee at the chamber. People may not be able to make it in the mornings, but they might be able to come later in the afternoon. So we try to work with everybody and put something out there for everyone. Now, for me, I work with public affairs. So we do specific events relating to trying to get our elected officials out there and giving members opportunities to hear from them. Some of the bigger ones we do are state of law enforcement. I know the sheriff's familiar with that, and we try to bring out all the police chiefs and the sheriff's office to give an annual update on where they're at, how the year has gone for them. We do the same thing with the state of the cities, where we bring all of our mayors out, and that's always it's a great event. People seem to enjoy it. Next year, we are actually planning to do a state of the county. So we'll have out our county commissioners, and they'll give updates on their respective districts. We'll do a state of higher education. Obviously, we're planning to do state of law enforcement again because it's very popular. And then state of education, we'd like to get all of our superintendents out. And we just like to increase the opportunities for chamber members to hear from their elected officials and from their public servants. Now, because next year is an election year, we will be hosting a candidate forum in February. The primary election is March 5th, Tuesday, March 5th. So late in February, we will be planning a candidate forum for one of the races, and we will also be planning a coffee with the candidates. There were 2 events like that for the local school board race. We have a large number of candidates in that race. If we gave them all 2 minutes and had them all there at one day, we'd never get out of there. So
you'd miss the election.
We'd miss the election. Exactly. So they've got to do things. They've got stuff to do. So we're going to split that up into 2 events. Try to get about half of them one event, half of them at the other, and give them the opportunity to make their case to our chamber members, and let our chamber members ask a few questions. So we like to provide those opportunities to the voters of Calhoun County and to our communities. So this is an exciting year coming up. We'll also, with the legislative session starting in February, we are planning a Politics on Tap event for the end of January. So that'll be sort of a legislative preview. We'll have some of our state legislators come out and discuss what they're expecting to see in session, what the top priorities that they're sort of looking at going in, what they're hearing, and just get a good glimpse of what they might be working on down there. So.
Well, that's a lot of stuff in the first couple of months of the year.
It is. We stay busy. So.
Ooh, yeah. Now the regular events, the luncheon leads and business after hours, and that's all open to chamber members, and typically it's chamber members that show up for that. Now the coffee at the chamber, that's a great place to go if you're thinking about joining the chamber or you just don't know what's going on. You can just kind of show up there, because where do we have that?
We have that right across the street from the chamber. There is an amazing coffee shop right next door, and they work very, very well with us. We just go across, I think it's 13th Street,
Yep.
and 13th or 14th?
14th.
14th. Okay, 14th Street, and we go right across, get some coffee, and everyone just seems to enjoy it.
It's a great thing, and
It is.
you can go there, and it fills up every second Friday of the month.
Yep, that's right.
It's a great place to meet people. Sheriff has people there, so it's a wonderful thing. The business after hours, those are great. Luncheon leads is great. Now, if people are interested in joining the chamber or finding out what's going on, how do they do that?
So you can go to calhounchamber.com, and there is a tab there at the top to join the chamber. You can also go look at our full list of member benefits, and you can add yourself to our mailing list so that you're staying aware of what we've got, events coming up, what we're doing. And then you can actually join all online. You can sign up, you can pay, and you can become a member completely on the website, and that is calhounchamber.com. And you can also give the chamber a call or stop by anytime, and we'll be glad to help with any questions that we have.
And stopping by, where's the chamber located?
We are located right off Quintard. It is 1330 Quintard Avenue, and we are open from 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to 4 on Fridays. So we'll be glad to help anyone that comes by anytime.
Great place to go.
That's right.
And you can buy a brick.
You
Did you buy a
can
brick?
I don't know.
I bought a brick.
You can buy a brick if
You
you
buy
would.
a brick and
Yep.
put it right there on the walkway. You should have a brick up there. I've got a brick. I've got me bagpiper on my brick. I beat you to it, you see. All right, Jacob, thank you for being on the show and telling us all about the chamber. A lot of stuff going on. We're really excited about that. And
Thank y'all for having me.
our stellar Chamber of Commerce. So, stay with us. We're going to be back with the Crime Stoppers portion of the show and the Crazy Criminal here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask your help on the following cases. First up, on November 26th, a black disc golf bag containing 30 dynamic golf discs was stolen from Sabo's Car Wash on Highway 431 in Alexandria. And on November 30th, unknown person cut the boat seats on a Suncatcher pontoon boat on VMC Drive in Alexandria. And between October 25th and December 1st, a Taurus handgun was stolen from Spring Street in Hobson City. That's it for the Crime Stoppers cases. If you have any information on these cases, call Crime Stoppers. That number 1-833-251-7867.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Sheriff, it's that time again.
Hey, it is. Crazy Criminal. I tell you what, John, this one's a little different. This is Tyson.
Who?
Tyson, I'm sorry.
Tyson.
Tyson the tiger. If anybody's ever watched the movie The Hangover, Mike Tyson had a tiger that was stolen in the movie.
Oh.
Well, I think this is the tiger. So authorities were called when some people went into an abandoned home to smoke some marijuana. and they come across this tiger. And so they did the right thing and called 911 and come out, and authorities took the tiger and has placed it in an animal sanctuary. Now, the people that own the tiger are not necessarily the people that own the house. And it doesn't say, but I think the people who said that they were looking for a place to smoke marijuana were probably given a pass and weren't taken to jail. But I know the dispatcher did ask, "Are you serious?"
I wonder how long it took the people that were in the house smoking to realize that it was a real tiger.
I don't think it took them long. They said the cage was looked like it could be easily opened.
Oh.
So, you know, but Tyson has now been placed in an animal refuge and is being taken care of in Houston, Texas. So I do like that they named the tiger Tyson after the movie The Hangover. So if you've ever watched the movie, it's kind of funny. So.
Well, so if wild animals get loose here in Calhoun County,
we do have a critter getter. We do have a deputy who's been trained to get snakes. And you think, well, that didn't happen very often, but actually it does, where people come across snakes in their home or around their home and need somebody to remove those, and we'd get those calls at the sheriff's office. Well, I'm not well equipped to do that because I'll be standing on the bed with the person too going, there's a snake over there. Yeah, so we do have a critter getter, and he has been trained to get those, and we're very thankful for him. But we want to make sure everybody knows, most importantly, thank you for what you do for us, and we hope everybody has a Merry Christmas.
Yes, we want you to have a Merry Christmas, and if you're looking for a job,
we're always hiring. We got openings for deputies, corrections officers, and dispatchers, and you know, those are some good paying jobs. Great education, and you can get 20% off your tuition at
excellent
JSU.
benefits.
That's right.
So there you go. If you're looking for a job to start the new year, call the sheriff, and we want you to enjoy the rest of the holiday season and be with us next week here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.